To it?
Yeah.
Turn that up.
I slap a rapper by the microphone, tell him not to live his life alone, then fuck his wife at home. This pessimist will get sadistic if he gets his cover blown. Something like the devil and his clone live inside his dome. Wait, that don't sound like me. Fake rap's a great trap. I sleep good and pound iced tea. Damn, that goes down nicely. Body shouldn't smoke as much, the same my brain will rot.
But I'm about to...
I lost my train of thought.
I'm adamant that half a dab of scatterbrained rapper babble lapping around my Adam's apple put me on the map. The subtle hints of optimism muddled in the composition, stopping my esophagus.
The opposite of that.
I slowly spin these flows to cope with loneliness. I know some new Fallopians I'm roping in like holy shit, I'm back. I'm deadly if you hesitate. It's commonplace to celebrate the hella rays like holidays. So fuck it,
I'm the man. It's commonplace to celebrate the hell I raise like holidays.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's been crazy for me too, just to as somebody who's done this music with you for so long, you know what I mean? Because for the people that don't know, I'll give the very abridged version of the story because I'm really into what we're doing right now. I don't want to get off topic.
Sure.
We kind of, in high school had our own music group, and we were making music together. We were freestyling in your attic, and we had no idea what we were doing, but we were just this is what we want to do, and we were just kind of vibing to it a lot.
We had the passion. We didn't have the
talent. No,
we hadn't cultivated it.
That came later, right?
Yeah. Now a decade later.
Right. No, literally 10 years.
Yeah, literally 10 years. Sophomore year of high school,
12.
15.
Yeah, that's right. Holy crap, that's crazy. And I remember first getting into hip hop, and I was like, I need someone to do this with, you know what I mean? But
so
it's
the story
crazy
I alluded to
you,
at the very beginning of the
from
podcast.
from there to here.
Yeah, the story I alluded to. Sorry to cut you off. At the beginning of the podcast was how I even got into rap. Was how I even got into rap. I was taking the bus home from school, and I went and I sat in the back, and I heard this kid
next to some weird fucking kid named Michael.
Yeah, I heard this. I heard someone freestyle rapping, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, he sounds terrible.
So I kept moving seats back to get closer to it, and then I noticed Ryber over here, and he's spitting bars, and I was like, "That's
bars."
Air quotes around the bars.
Time,
15-year-old bars.
Yeah.
So I was like, "No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to try that." So I tried my hand at it, tried spitting stuff, and I was terrible. But it turned into a very fast friendship, and that turned into us. The first beats that I ever tried to produce, the first experiences I ever had trying to produce a beat and mix vocals with it, and it sounded terrible.
Oh my
the
God.
first single you created, I was the producer for it.
Yeah.
I didn't make the beat, but I mixed everything together.
Yeah.
Terribly.
I know.
But
terribly.
But we did all of those.
That was humbling.
Together.
I will say that when I was on the bus or whatever, it sounds so fucking typical. I was on the bus rapping, but I remember being on the bus, and it was just hip hop was one of those things where I felt okay, maybe I have a thing now. That was what hip hop was for me. You know what I mean? And you kind of helped me by just empowering me to continue to do it. You know what I mean? And you were like, no, take this and run.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of gave me a little bit of that power to do that, that I wasn't really getting from anyone else. My parents weren't hip hop fans. My dad had no idea what, he's Led Zeppelin, he's Pink Floyd, my mom is Cher and Tina Turner, you know what I mean? And I was developing music tastes of my own for the first time. And when you're in middle school and high school, you start to listen to what you want to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
You're not just listening to what your parents have on in the car anymore. And so that was really what it was for me. And then I just felt like I had something, you know what I mean, that could be mine,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what it was for me. That's why I was so powerful. I don't know. It was a crazy time, but looking now to where, you know what I mean, you are in terms of lyric ability, you know what I mean, and all this and producing is just it's incredible.
And I can